I'm here with Professor and former Congressman Tom Davis before the post-election analysis event. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
So yesterday was obviously a heavy GOP night.
Right.
Do you think that that indicates a potential, switch in ideology of the people, or if it was an indicator of just the electorate that turned out?
Well, this is typical of midterm elections. They traditionally go against the president's party. The people that feel the most aggrieved are the ones who show up, and it's usually the people who don't have the presidency. When you take this in line with all the other midterm elections that we've had over the last 100 years, this is kind of in line with it. I don't get excited about it. I don't think it means anything to 2016. It's certainly going to make it harder for President Obama if he can't learn to cut a deal.
Right, and that leads into my next question. Was President Obama in his news conference today seemed to be sort of defined and not want to change his policies. Do you think that he's going to end up changing his policies, or do you think that there's going to be just gridlock again?
He's probably in denial, but he's not going to be getting appointees through to the judiciary and to executive branch. He's going to find out what it's like when he has to deal with the real opposition. Bill Clinton took the opposite tack when Republicans took Congress under him. He came around and sat and worked with everybody, and I remember it took us 3 times to pass welfare reform and balanced budgets before he signed it, but he engaged in the process. And we recognize there's a dance you have to go through. Nobody wants to look like they're deserting their principles. But frankly, it's going to be a tough 2 years for him. It's not going to look good for him historically if he doesn't sit down and at least, like McConnell did, feign that you're trying to work with the other side.
Right. And the Virginia Senate race is obviously much closer than was anticipated, about a margin of 12,000 votes. Do you think that that's going to hold that margin, and do you think there will be any attempt at a recount?
Well, look, there are some provisional ballots out and some other things that you usually get. They tend to be Democratic on ballots a little bit. So I expect, let's wait till the canvass is through, because sometimes you make calculation errors through the canvass. We'll have a better idea where this thing is at this point. But I think I would say Mr. Gillespie is certainly within his rights to just say, let's make sure we're doing this thing right and take a deep breath. It's less than 1%, so he gets an automatic recount.
Right. All right. Thank you very much, Professor Davis.
Thank you.